The Democrat Party is in freefall collapse and disarray. Is anybody really surprised? Democrat donors revolt, shut off cash flow to party. No message, no organization, no forward thinking. The Democrat Party has a serious problem. Not only are they wandering in the political wilderness and seemingly unable to find a coherent message, they are having trouble raising money from their own donor base. Instead of trying to find a way to connect with the American people, they just keep screaming into the wind about how much they hate Trump, Elon Musk, and Doge. Their donors have had it and are punishing the party by shutting off the cash flow. The Hill reports, angry Democratic donors turn off the flow of money. Democrats are anxious to rebuild their party on the heels of President Trump's victory in November, but they have a major problem as they try to refashion their brand. The money isn't there. Democrat donors, from bundlers to small donors, say they are still angry about the election results and uninspired by anything their side has put forward since then. I'll be blunt here. The Democrat Party is effing terrible, plain and simple. One major Democrat donor said, in fact, it doesn't get much worse. A second donor was equally as pointed. They want us to spend money. And for what? For no message, no organization, no forward thinking? The thing that's clear to a lot of us is that the party never really learned its lesson in 2016. They worked off the same playbook and the same ineffective strategies, and to what end? Gee, I wonder what it is.
Elon Musk is a Nazi!
I don't know. Maybe it's this.
Why wasn't any of that done for the last 4 years?
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson. And I'm pointing out things that need to be done, that haven't been done, but need to be done.
You've been reluctant to lean into, to talk about the historic nature of your candidacy on the campaign trail. Why is that?
Well, I'm clearly a woman. I don't need to point that out to anyone. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you lived and what came before you. Like, don't hear that. Don't hear that. I eat no for breakfast. That's my saying. I eat no for breakfast. So I may not be quick to have the answer as soon as you ask it about a specific policy issue sometimes, because I'm going to want to research it. I'm going to want to study it. I'm kind of a nerd sometimes, I confess. So when we think about what's at stake in this election, whoa, it's packed with some stuff. And as a woman, there's a balance to be struck between being tough and being a bitch. Turn that off.
We dodged a bullet. Literally. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe open borders are not popular. Maybe the Great Reset is not popular. Maybe globalism isn't popular. Satanism, not popular. Just to name a few. Criminality everywhere, defunding the police, just destroying this nation from the inside out. It turns out having an anti-American agenda for your political party doesn't really sit well with the American people. They've got a huge problem. The problem is them, and they won't look in the mirror. Oh, and all their criminality being exposed is not helping either. Biden's IRS caught leaking taxpayer information of over 400,000 Americans, including President Trump, as leftists sue to stop Doge over alleged privacy concerns. Elon Musk responds. As leftists and Democrats whine and sue to block Doge from obtaining government department records, a damning report released has exposed that the Biden regime exposed hundreds of thousands of Americans to potential fraud and identity theft, including even President Trump himself. The House Judiciary Committee released a new disclosure today that revealed the IRS under Joe Biden leaked taxpayer records of over 400,000 innocent Americans. The committee notes that Chairman Rep. Jim Jordan launched an investigation into information leaks last year. The committee also reveals that in May 2024, an IRS spokesman attempted to downplay a leak that exposed this information. This turned out to be at least a partial cover-up. Part of the report reads, new disclosure reveals that the Biden IRS leaked taxpayer information of over 400,000 Americans, including President Trump's. The IRS's admission confirms the committee's suspicion, and recent reports that show the scope of the leak was much broader than what the Biden administration's IRS initially led the public to believe. In May 2024, an IRS spokesman stated that more than 70,000 taxpayers were affected. We found out that it's actually over 400,000 taxpayers. This is a massive scandal. Jim Jordan first launched his inquiry into these leaks last year. Elon Musk reposted the report on X with a quote question saying, "Do you trust the government?" I think the obvious answer to that is absolutely not. These people are liars. These people are deceivers. The deep state is involved with assassination attempts against President Trump. We all know this. Nothing these people do is transparent, yet they project on us everything that they're doing. They gaslight. They cause us to question ourselves as if we are the ones that are in the wrong. They're pointing the finger at Elon Musk and Doge right now, the ones who are exposing the corruption as if they are the thieves. They are the criminals. They are the ones that are a threat to so-called democracy. No, these people are a serious threat to the republic. Speaking of the deep state, whistleblower drops bombshell. FBI employees actively destroying evidence on servers following Kash Patel's takeover of the agency. A longtime FBI whistleblower has come forward with a disturbing bombshell that the deep state is actively destroying evidence, government files that could link them to the crimes against the American people. Former FBI agent Garrett O'Boyle on Monday told conservative activist and commentator Benny Johnson that FBI employees are working around the clock to delete evidence off the agency's servers, even as reformers Kash Patel and Dan Bongino have taken over.
There are FBI servers that are sort of standalone, and people inside the FBI have been working night and day to destroy files on these servers. And I was told that once these files are destroyed, the way they are set up, that even Elon Musk could not restore them. So that's happening right now, as we speak. That's happening with Kash Patel being the director. It was happening before he got there. And so that subversion, like I said, started immediately.
Absolutely. Kash Patel is going to have a very hard time getting anything done if he doesn't drain the FBI swamp first. These people are going to go after him. They're going to deal with him. They're going to subvert him to make him look ineffective. That's what these people do. Hopefully, Kash Patel and Dan Bongino move swiftly, and may God be with them to drain this disgusting, degenerate FBI swamp. Cocky TikToker receives bad news from acting DC U.S. Attorney Ed Martin after calling for Elon Musk's assassination and boasting about avoiding taxes for several years. Libs of TikTok uncovered a video by alleged TikToker named Sarah C. Roberts. In the footage, she can be seen allegedly threatening the life of Elon Musk in what has become a consistent theme among leftists nationwide.
I promised myself I would avoid the news, but obviously I haven't. Here's my one thought. I mean, I have many thoughts. Elon Musk, like, we need to X him. And by X, I mean formerly known as assassination. I know someone from FBI is gonna fucking show up. I don't. Arrest me. You don't have enough people to even investigate me at this point. I haven't filed my taxes in like 8 years. And yet, no one's covered me. So, I'm gonna fucking say it. Let's assassinate some motherfuckers.
Upon seeing the video, Elon Musk tagged DC Attorney Ed Martin in an X post informing him that Roberts had committed crimes in her video, including tax fraud and death threats. U.S. Attorney Ed Martin responded on X, "Duly noted. Thanks for letting us know. We'll put you in the system. Talk to you soon, ma'am. Hashtag no one is above the law." That's some serious EDS. Elon derangement syndrome. She's clearly privileged in her mind, thinks she's above the law because that's how things have been for the past few years. These people can just say anything and do whatever they want in the context of death threats, which is not covered by free speech. But I'll tell you this, I don't know if she's drunk. I don't know if she's sober. She's clearly psychotic. Doesn't matter. They are serious about these death threats. They tried to kill Trump multiple times. They would love to see Elon Musk get assassinated. That's why they are all over social media calling for it. Well, she belongs in a jail cell. Well, President Trump is going after the unlawful. President Trump strips security clearances for employees at high-powered DC law firm that gave Jack Smith $140,000 in pro bono legal services.
Is everybody listening? Deranged Jack Smith. We're going to call it the Deranged Jack Smith signing or bill. Go ahead.
One law firm that provided pro bono legal services to the special counsel's office under Jack Smith's leadership was Covington and Burling. As a result of those actions, we're now going to be suspending and putting under review the security clearances for the attorneys and employees at that firm who worked with Jack Smith's team. And we're going to continue holding the people who were responsible for the weaponization of government who supported it accountable for what they did.
And you'll be doing this with other firms as time goes by, right?
We're looking at sort of the whole panoply of options there.
The weaponization of our system by law firms, even pro bono work they're doing just in order to clog up government, stop government. And nobody knows about it more than me. And hopefully that'll never happen again.
So that Covington and Burlington, is that the...
Covington and Burling.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. President, may I ask you a question about Europe? So long term, do you plan to maintain the number of U.S. troops stationed?
Wait, I just want to savor this one, please. Who would like this pen?
I'll take it.
Why don't you send it to Jack Smith? A deranged person.
Mr. President, what do you say to people who worry that targeting an individual firm or individuals who, aren't Jack Smith for his actions?
I've been targeted for 4 years, longer than that. So you don't tell me about targeting. I was the target of corrupt politicians for 4 years, and then 4 years after that. So don't talk to me about targeting.
Oof. That's our president. Just backhanding the fake news. They deserve it. They'll call it retribution. They'll call it revenge. They'll call it the weaponization of the federal government. No, this is justice. President Trump did nothing wrong. They went after a political opponent they feared. And when they did, they failed because it backfired. And to watch a weaponized government go after an innocent man, if they can go after him, they can go after us. My name is Drew Hernandez with the Gateway Pundit, and you have been on watch with Drew Hernandez. I'll see you guys on the next one.